Hey friends, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and are looking forward to a new year. Certainly 2020 is a year that I look forward to putting in the history books, but this devotional coming out the last week of the year, I wanted to encourage you a few more times. Romans chapter number 11, verse 33 through 36 says, "Oh, the depth of the riches and wisdom and knowledge of God! How unsearchable are his judgments, how inscrutable his ways. For who has known the mind of the Lord? Or who has been his counselor? Or who has given a gift to him that he might be repaid? For from him and through him and to him are all things. To him be glory forever. Amen." I mean, God and his ways are far beyond human understanding. You know, it seems all so clear to me how things should go, how he should act, and what he should do, and who should be healthy and who should prosper, and who should be elected and who should not, and it just seems so clear to me how God should act. But verse 33 says, "Oh, the depth of the riches and wisdom and knowledge of God." You see, my view of things and how things should be is very limited. I know personally that I would avoid all kinds of discomfort and pain, but I see later and looking back that sometimes it was those very painful events and that discomfort that were the very agents that God used to continue his work of transformation in my life. So I just confess that even though 2020 has been a year, I would think, to forget, that God is rich in wisdom and knowledge. And I confess that my view of things is very limited, but his is eternal. If I could fully grasp him, would he certainly not be a very small God? Listen, friends, God cannot be put in a box. There's things that I know and things I don't know. And it seems like the older I get, the more certain I am about how much I really don't know. But I do know this, that he is sovereign and loving, and he is going to accomplish his purposes. His greatness is beyond comprehension. It says, how unsearchable are his judgments, how inscrutable his ways. Isn't that wonderful? He is going to accomplish his purposes. He is a sovereign God. You know, we are free to choose, most certainly, but nothing we do can frustrate God's sovereign plan. What he has determined will be accomplished. We will never fully comprehend the mind of the Lord. Look at that verse again. He says, "For who has known the mind of the Lord? Or who has been his counselor?" Have you ever caught yourself giving God advice as though he needed counsel from us? Oh my goodness, how arrogant we can be. it's a good thing I'm not God, because I almost always get it wrong. We think that we understand and we know best. And I hope that you come to the place right now where you're just saying, okay, Lord, I surrender. I know you're a loving God, and I know you're sovereign, and I know you're working all things together for good. And so I won't pretend to give you advice on how you should act. Verse 35, he says, or who has given him a gift to him that he might be repaid? I mean, here comes this idea, Lord. Man, I've served you, God. I've given faithfully. And it's almost this idea that, hey, you owe me. I mean, I deserve better than this. Someone like me, why would I have Parkinson's? Why would I have to go through, COVID? Why would I mean, I've served you and I've been faithful. And, and he's saying, has anyone given a gift to him that he might be repaid? Friends, everything we have from him. And we need to trust that we're not buying God off through our service. We're not buying God off through our gifts. Listen, that's a wrong-headed kind of mentality. Listen, we are his children. This idea that I've lived a good life, so I deserve a life free from trouble. No. God, you owe me. No. Everything comes from him. And then I realized that this life is a beautiful gift. And even with all of its hardships and its trials, he's working. For from him and through him and to him are all things. To him be glory forever. Amen. And so, everything comes from him. Everything belongs to him. And so I am his, and he is mine, and I live in him, and he lives in me, and all that I do now flows from him. Every gift I've given to make him know, to bring glory to him, to advance his kingdom, truly is something that I first received from him. And I love him because he first loved me. And so just meditate on these truths, and as we go through this week and look forward to a new year, you remember, God doesn't need us to be his counselor. Just bask in his love and thankful for his gifts, and be glad that you're not God and I'm not God, because friends, we truly do get it wrong almost all the time. But he has an eternal view, and he's working his eternal purposes, even if we don't understand it. He loves you. I do too. Have a great week.